In early June, the world of leaf and blade and flowers exploded, and every sunset is different. John Steinbeck. Hello you guys, I've missed you so much. Welcome back to my channel. I was itching to get back to journaling. If you're new here or haven't seen my last videos, well, how to say this? I basically was on a 3-week trip in South Korea, so I couldn't properly update my media journal since I didn't take it with me for obvious reasons. But the only good thing about coming back was that I also came back to it and you. Okay, so let's get into it. Since I spent most of June in Korea, where it's currently summer, I decided on a baby blue theme that both reminds me of Body of Waters and also Korea, mostly because I bought the 2 main sticker sheets I'll be using today in Maybuy, which is a famous stationery store in Korea. I already want to go back. Oh my god. Okay, so moving on before post-trip depression hits again. Well, there are definitely other things I'm using here that I bought in Korea, so I'm gonna mention them just to get them out of the way. The washi tapes with letters is also from Maybuy, one of the best purchases of the year, honestly. And the other washi tapes, the ones with blue lace, are from Daiso. The sticker dots and the stamp stickers are also from there. I don't know why I didn't buy more. I don't know why I didn't stay. But alas. Okay, so I think I'll leave you to it for a while and then I'll come back to tell you about my reads and the media that I consumed. Now, of course, I didn't have much time to read this month. I mean, during flights I read, watched movies or slept, and then every day was a roller coaster while I explored a new place. So I think it's understandable that after that I only get to sleep. First, I began reading the second book in the Atlas series. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that well, honestly, by Olivia Blake. The Atlas Paradox. You know those famous books from the Atlas 6? Yeah, well, I read that book back in 2022. That's wild. So it was time to keep reading the other 2 books I had left in this series. Otherwise, I would never finish it. I know myself. And I won't say I regret doing it, but I have a problem with Olivia Blake's books, I think. I don't know. It's not that her books aren't valuable or thought-provoking. I think what I have the most beef with is her writing style. Jesus Christ, her writing is so cringy, and don't get me wrong, I love cringe. I accept cringe, but I just don't vibe with the way she delivers her points. It's like she's constantly trying to outdo herself, but as a result, we have a crazy, edgy sentence that only makes me want to roll my eyes. they feel like they don't add anything to the plot sometimes. It's just like as if she said something like, oh, I need to ruin this. I'm sorry, I really hate being mean to others, but I just couldn't keep it a secret anymore. Since it's a sequel, I can't talk much about the plot without spoiling things. What I can say is that it was more boring than bad. I mean, I think that's better than just being bad, but it was lacking that je ne sais quoi, you know. Overall, I give it 3 stars, still a very good rating, if I do say so myself. Some conversations were very interesting, and the last 15% of the book was more entertaining, enough to make me wanna read the next one right away. Yeah, so what can I say? Definitely a hate-love relationship between the two of us, period. Then, during the flight from Seoul to Jeju Island, my bestie and travel buddy opened up one of the books that she had bought in Seoul, and because I'm curious, I began reading with her, and from one moment to another, we had already read like 40 pages. It was wild, but especially because the book was so interesting and easy to read in a good way. Like, I kept wanting to know more. The book that I'm talking about is Kim Ji-young, born 1982 by, of course, a South Korean author, Cho Nam-ju. I'd heard so many things about this book in the past. Actually, like, one of my friends from college did her dissertation on this book. So yeah, I've been meaning to read it for a while, a long while. But for some reason, our path didn't collide with each other, you know, until that flight. To tell you, I was determined to read The Atlas Paradox, but that wasn't possible. Like, I was literally that meme of the guy with his girlfriend while passing by another girl, and the guy is like, oh my god, and the girl is also, oh my god, but in a bad way. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. To be honest, this book was totally unlike what I was expecting it to be. I kinda knew what it was about, but right from the beginning, it took a sudden turn of events that made the book 10 times more captivating. So I don't want to get into much detail because I believe it's one of those books that is better to go unknowing into it. It's definitely more than just a story of a South Korean woman navigating through all stages of her life, but that could be a good introduction, maybe. And also the insight regarding social dynamics in South Korea is super, super valuable. So if you like conversations like that in books, this is the one for you. I gave it 4 stars and it turned out to be my favorite read of the month. So I totally recommend it. Plus, it's less than 200 pages. Then when I got back home, I saw that the novella from I Hope This Doesn't Find You by An Liang was out, and I didn't even know it was going to exist. So I was very excited for it. It was like fate. If you saw my last setup, you could appreciate that I did a reread of the OG book back in May, so it was utterly perfect timing. The novella was really cute. I love my babies, Julius and Sadie, and to see them flourish, and also the fact that we got Julius's POV was everything. My only but was that I found it a little bit flat, cute nonetheless, but I was kind of hoping for more, so please, An Liang, keep blessing us with fan service. We love to see it, and I will die on this hill. Overall, I give it 4 stars, one of the best academic rivals to lovers. If you haven't read the first book yet, please go ahead and do yourself a favor. I decided to add more prompts and categories to the part of books read because I felt it looked a little bit empty, and included 2 very important questions that could also help me in sharing recs. These are, would I read this book again? And do I recommend it? I don't know if you can see my answers for the Atlas Paradox, but you can bet they weren't good. Also, I watched some movies on the planes, plural, but the ones that I want to highlight are the Korea-related ones, of course. I went to see the 80s concert at the theater. Oh my 80s, if you didn't know, they are my favorite K-pop boy group, so what can I say? More than 5 stars. I also saw Decision to Live at Home, another South Korean movie from 2022, I think. And honestly, I haven't seen many Korean films, but the ones that I've watched so far have been amazing. I really don't know how to describe how amazing they've been. So the only thing that I can say is 10 out of 10, period. And what seems the movie of the year, because everyone and their mothers watch it, love it. K-pop Demon Hunters was such an unexpected treasure. To tell you that I cry every time that I listen to the soundtrack. And I'm not joking. I wish I was. I really wish I was. Please give me a whole franchise and I need to have my characters back. And just music? Oh my god. The real next level. Okay, so that was my June, completely Korea coded, and I couldn't ask for anything better if you ask me. I missed so much there already, so keep tuning for more adventures, I guess. I'm still preparing all of my vlogs to show you about my trip, so if you want to see that, be around and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. My mid-year flip through is almost coming, so also stay tuned for that. Sending you all my love and have a nice day and rest of the week. Take care. Bye.